I want to talk about the idea of not being sick enough. It's completely normal to feel like inadequate because you never had a high level of care. So here's to all the people that weren't sick enough to go inpatient or were able to succeed in recovery with just outpatient care or without professional help or a diagnosis at all. I feel like a lot of people in recovery who never went to inpatient or whatever just feel a bit like they failed at having like an eating disorder. There's no such thing as sick enough. The desire to be sicker is proof that you are sick. A well person does not desire to be sick. Your eating disorder will do everything to keep hold of you. For you, maybe it's that you never went to treatment. For someone else, maybe it's a certain diagnosis. No matter what that thing is, your eating disorder will come up with another one in order to keep hold. You went to treatment, go again, keep going. You got the diagnosis, prove them right, keep going. You made your goal weight, keep going. Your eating disorder will never let you win. No matter how low you got, or no matter how many times you've been to treatment, or if you haven't, your eating disorder will never be done with you. It just wants to keep going, basically until you die. So sick enough isn't a thing, because everyone, even if they are sick enough, don't feel sick enough. That's the way the eating disorder thinks and the way it works. You've got to start recovering today because your eating disorder will never be satisfied. If you're not recovering, you're dying. Don't put off seeing a doctor or a specialist about your mental health or well-being. Studies have found that early intervention reduces chance of relapse by 50%, as well as minimizing the physical risks of eating disorders, so why wait? Early intervention can save lives, and as scary as it is to defy the voice of your eating disorder and to seek help, it is worth it. Your illness is valid no matter what you weigh or how much you eat, and can't stress this enough, it's not a physical illness, it's a mental illness. A lot of the time, mental disorders will lie to you and make you believe that you're not sick enough to get help. They make you believe that you're making it up, or there's people out there that are sicker than you, so you should just put up with it. When the voice won't be quiet and the guilt is all-consuming, please remember this: restriction is not control. Compulsive exercise is not self-control. Weight loss is not success. Weight gain is not failure. And eating is not a loss of control. Resting is not laziness. Nourishing is not weakness. Being hungry is not an achievement. Your disease will insist that there is moral value within your food intake. But if you really trace all of this back, why do you think all of this? If you feel like you don't deserve food, your mental illness tells you to deny your physical necessities. You need food in order to survive. You need water in order to survive. You don't have to do anything special to earn these things. You don't have to do anything additional in order to meet your body's most basic needs. No more compensating. If you don't recover, you will die. And if you're not in recovery, you are dying. Tell it to shut the fuck up. But identifying it as the disorder, the disordered voice, is very helpful. You need to remember you're stronger than your eating disorder. And that's not a bad thing. Your eating disorder wants you to think it is, but it's not. Say fuck you to the thoughts. Don't compare your recovery to anyone else's, because everyone's are so different. No one is coming to save you. Remember that. There's not going to be one magic doctor to cure you. If you want to get sicker, then you're already sick. Food is a right, not a privilege. Unfollow anyone who talks about diets or triggering things. Unfollow any eating disorder meme accounts unless they're recovery memes. Recovery is possible. Everyone in the whole world deserves recovery, no matter what disorder you have. Everyone deserves recovery. We need carbs, fats, proteins. We need it all. Fuck diet culture for normalizing malnourishment, and you don't have to get sicker to get help. Restriction makes you a lot more lifeless. It makes you a lifeless version of you, basically. If not now, when? You're not alone. It sounds cheesy, but it's very true. Eating disorders are the worst things in the world, and you can't tell me otherwise.